Welcome to a momless edition of the Mom Life Podcast.
How are we going to go on without a mom here?
I don't know. I always wonder that. It's kind of like that question I always ask Deanna when we're driving in the car. Like, Deanna, how do I ever drive without you being in the car to tell me what to do and how to drive?
Good things is GPS.
And somehow I always make it, so I feel like we're going to make it today.
We'll find a way. We'll get through it.
Same instance. How are we going to survive without Tina?
Well, I know there won't be as many words of wisdom. We can say that for sure.
So for the month of May, we are going to do it's going to be a series about why weight loss is so damn hard.
Yeah, why is it?
Why is it so damn hard? It is. That's the reality. Yeah. If it was simple, nobody'd have an issue with it. And we're going to kind of break down, some things that people, what they do that makes it so hard, and then we're going to try to give you what's the flip side of that, and how can we work through that, strategy. And there's a lot of reasons. There's a lot to this. Who knows how long this series could go for?
Yeah.
By the time all the people that we've worked with, we broke down. Everybody's got their own individual thing that's made it hard for them.
Yeah, everybody's different. I mean, no two reasons or whys are the same.
Nothing specific, but we'll try to broaden it up a little bit.
Sure.
And today we're going to start with one of the big ones that I see is when people go to lose weight, restriction is the first thing that comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
I want to lose weight. I'm going to stop doing this and this and this and this and this.
And why would you say that is the first thing people do?
We're wired to just go straight to the negative.
I think less is more.
Less is more. Yeah. I mean, it's what we've been, it's what the internet's told us.
Yeah.
It's what people said. Just, here's the news flash. Breaking news. Eat less, move more is not the perfect recipe for everybody. It works for some.
Sure.
Like, there's no doubt that it can work, but it is not the way that works for majority of people. But, just even ask somebody like, tell me about your week last week. People will tell you about what was shitty about it first before they tell you about what was good about it. I don't know why that is.
That's a good point. And they always do.
So I assume it's very similar.
Yeah.
When obviously if I'm wanting to lose weight, that must mean my nutrition is poor. So I need to get rid of something. Would be my guess.
Yeah. That's good. And I know, and we've talked about this before, when you ask somebody when they first come in and you talk about, well, how much should I be eating? They always come up with a number. And where the hell did that number come from?
It's way less than what it should be, generally speaking.
Good question.
So again, it's, as you're thinking about, if somebody's thinking about, I need to lose weight, blah, blah. I'm going to stop this. Stop drinking soda. I'm going to stop whatever. No more candy. No more this. Cutting it out for good. That just leads to a whole, that's just not reality is what eventually comes of it is. And that's why the struggle is it's not setting you up for long term.
Right.
So that mindset is a very short term, very limited mindset. You're going to grind through something for a short amount of time, and then you may not even see the result you're looking for. So then it's like, well, why the hell am I trying so hard or limiting and restricting so much and not seeing a result that I want?
The good news is
we can think differently.
Yeah.
We could change that approach and flip it completely the other way. And instead of what can I eliminate to my nutrition, what can I
add?
Perfect.
Yeah.
And this again is going to take some practice for people.
For sure.
But the good news is when we add things to our Like, I like to use soda. It's kind of an example. I think majority of people can relate to, even if you're not a soda drinker, you still know what it's like. People that drink soda, it's sweet, it tastes good, whatever. But when we ask them, how much fruit do you have? People who really like sweet stuff, how much fruit do you take in per day? The answer is usually, if I say 0 to 1, 1 to 2, it's usually like 0 to 1 probably. Then if we talk about, well, what if we added fruit? And instead of, like, let's not worry about how much other stuff you eat, but, like, let's just focus on the addition of fruit. I had this conversation yesterday with a couple ladies that were talking kind of about the same situation, and I asked, if you eat an apple, does drinking a soda even sound good?
I know it doesn't to me.
Doesn't to me either. Like, if I ate a piece of fruit, following it up with a soda just doesn't even...
That sounds awful.
It actually sounds kind of gross.
What kind of answers did you get?
They said the same thing.
Okay.
Like, oh, I've never thought about that. And part of it is, we need sugar. Like, the body needs it. It's craving it. So we got to satisfy the craving. So I can put it in one of two ways. I can put it in with soda or candy or whatever, or I can put it in with fruit. And if I put it in with fruit, for a majority of people, it will subside that craving for sugar, and then now the want to follow it up with candy just starts to go away.
Mm-hmm. I've had a similar situation. I thought of it because when you mentioned soda, I had somebody who was having, 5 or 6 sodas a day, and we're just amazed that when we started to talk about solving this problem, right, that we didn't just say, okay, we're not going to drink soda anymore. And I noticed that they weren't having a whole lot of water. So we said, well, can we have a little more water? And what do you know, within a few weeks, we've upped it to, I think we got up to 40 ounces of water in a day. And the soda started to take care of itself because we were adding water. So we didn't even get to the sweet aspect of things. We were just talking just fluid for fluid.
Yeah.
And the soda started to take care of itself because we were adding something positive.
Yeah. And I mean, in that front, like, water is actually going to quench your thirst. So it actually solves the problem of being thirsty. Soda does not.
Right.
Soda doesn't exactly solve the I'm thirsty problem.
But we get into bad habits where we think it is.
Yeah, for sure. So, again, that's just another way. If I add water, if I add fruit, if I add vegetables, if I add food at home, all those things that I want to eliminate, it's amazing how fast they can go.
And they
away
really
from
do.
People, and they didn't have to say no. And that's the best part about it. Saying no sucks.
Yeah.
You like saying no to anybody?
I don't. And sometimes you have to, but I don't. And the other good thing is, we opened this with coming in and saying we have to restrict. We're going to tell people eat more.
Yeah.
In this case, because we're eating more good food.
Yeah. So just pile on. Restriction is not the answer, not the starting point. Like, there might be, it's not your starting point. Not saying that we don't. Some people you're not going to have to restrict, or this doesn't work. This isn't bulletproof,
right?
But boy, does it work for a majority of people. There's obviously exceptions to every rule. Some people will drink the water but still have sugar cravings, still find a way to get soda in. Some people eat their 2 fruit, but they still find a way to have sweet, overindulge in sweets, and we still have to navigate the water sometimes, but don't start there. Start with, what can I add to my nutrition that I would be proud of, and look back, I eat my fruits, I eat my vegetables, I drink my water, I eat at home. And when those things are all in place, then making the fine-tune becomes a whole lot easier, less stressful, and that's where people start to really have their success, is when we can dial that in. But for week 1, if you're in that weight loss mindset, weight loss mode, and you're getting after it, try to, what can you add? Take a hard look at your water, your fruits, your vegetables, and you're eating at home. What can you add? Can I add more meals at home? Can I add fruits? Can I add vegetables? Can I add water?
For sure. And one thing I did want to throw in there, because I have this conversation all the time when we're getting started at this point with folks, is they come in and say, I want a diet. And we have to have the quick conversation that, okay, well, what we're eating is our diet.
Yeah.
Diet is not weight loss.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the definition of diet has really changed.
Mm-hmm.
I try not to even use the word anymore. I just try to say, let's work on your nutrition.
Yes.
Talk about your
that's
nutrition.
good.
Even though it's the same thing. Diet just comes with such a negative.
It does.
Tone.
It does. And I try to emphasize the fact that the diet is what we're going to do for, it is truly your nutrition. This is what we're going to do for the rest of your life.
Yeah. You think that's come from like diet soda?
That's a good question.
Like that makes like, oh, because I'm drinking diet soda, I'm restricting.
Okay. That's a
I'm
good
on
point.
I'm on a diet. Like where did somebody?
Man, if Tina was here, she'd have something great,
Yeah.
great to say.
Where the hell did this come from? Like how did diet change from what you eat every day to I'm
Yeah.
on a thing?
Yeah.
You're on it. You're always on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Never not had a diet.
Because there's going to come a point where, I mean, even if weight loss is your goal, you're going to come to a point where it's no longer your goal. So
Yeah.
we have to move beyond that.
And you still have to have a diet.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, but if you don't like that word, or if it triggers something negative to you,
Sure.
try to maybe just think about nutrition.
Yeah.
What's my nutrition like? What can I add to your nutrition? So, step one is take a hard look. Write down how much water you do drink each day. Write that down. Write down how many fruits or vegetables. Is it 0 to 1, 1 to 2, or 2 plus? Same thing with vegetables. And how many meals do you eat at home? I just start with dinner. How many dinners do you eat at home each week? And just start to really take a hard look and then figure out, okay, I'm going to start to add those things in if they're coming up short. Any other thoughts on
No, that's a great place to start.
getting rid of restriction?
Yeah.
So
Add good things.
subtraction by addition.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I hope that's helpful. And like I said, stay tuned. If this one isn't specific to you, we're going to have lots more.
We'll get
reasons
to it.
Why the hell weight loss is so hard.